Hello everybody, I'm Scout83, and you were watching my commentary for War Thunder. That's what this is, if you were wondering. But you probably weren't, but you know, just in case you were. Anyhow, I've decided to go in with the Japanese in this in particular video. Mission. Arcade battle would be the better way to say this. So anyway, I'm in an arcade battle, and here we go. I'm seeing a target, and I believe... Hold on a second. Hopefully this won't mess with the recording. Okay, so as you can see here, I've spotted somebody I want to follow, and I believe this is a Dauntless dive bomber. I can't really read it, but anyway, I'm rolling here. I'm gonna get my first kill right there. Boom. This is a pretty good aircraft, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's one of the, it's the water version of the Zero. Seaplane, basically, version of the Zero. Not quite as maneuverable, but still a good aircraft. And now, see, I'm just going to keep looking for good targets, and I'm going to spot this guy here, I believe. I think that's a... What is that? A BF119, I think? Or 10? I can't read it. I need to stop trying to read things. It's a bomber. I'll try to get it. I'm going to run out of ammunition. Or start running out of ammunition. But anyway, I'm just going to try to keep myself behind him until my cannons reload, and I'm just going to keep on popping machine gun rounds into him. Of course, he's shooting back. His left engine is smoking. At one point I decided, oh, maybe I can take this wing off, which I do. So that's one more plane down. So I'm going to turn back into the action. Now we just lost A. So I'm going to turn back in because I'm like, wait a second, what's going on with A? Why have we lost A? You can see these guys, and there's a target right here. It's a Gladiator, I believe a biplane. And if I could get a shot on him, he should be able to take him out, but he starts turning, so I start getting in the air, and then I start trying to come back around on him, which is a massive mistake because I cannot outturn a biplane. He's on me before you know it, I'm done. Of course, Japanese aircraft don't have much in the way of armor, so I pretty much lost control of the aircraft at this stage. I should have just ditched. Which I'm going to try to do here. Which of course it's a biplane. Can't outturn a biplane. Silly me. So I'm going to jump into this, what is it, an A5 M4 I think? Which is actually a really good tier 1 aircraft, in my opinion. So I'm going to try to get back to A. I think that's A. Yeah, A. Because obviously we need to hold that. Luckily, well, unluckily, I don't have any ground attack aircraft, so I couldn't have gone after the enemy ships or anything, so I had to just try to dogfight and defend positions and take positions. Which I don't really take any positions in this battle. This dogfight. Now there's an F2A that streaks in, and I thought I went after this F2A. Oh, yeah, I do. This Buffalo. Pop a few rounds in him, come back around. Of course, this thing turns really fast, so it's very maneuverable. Whoa, and I almost collide with someone right there. Come back up. And he just overshot this Buffalo, unfortunately, but I don't think the Buffalo can hold on to him. The Buffalo loses him. There's a lot of aircraft flying around right here after this guy. Poor guy. And he goes down. I don't know who finished him off. I put a few rounds into him, but it wasn't me. I got the kill, so I'm not sure who got him, but still, it's good. So we're going to keep on trying to hold this area. This poor guy's got everybody after him. I decided to kind of come out, and I think I'm going to try to gain some altitude here in a second, but I don't know. It doesn't look like I am. Oh yeah, I was looking at this guy. Kind of cruising for targets, seeing what I can get. That's the thing, is I'm just trying to pick targets that I think I can kill, and also anybody who's on somebody else. I want to try to protect teammates, because that's how you win. Well, one of the ways you win is you just keep everybody alive. Pumped a few rounds into this guy. I'm going to keep on him, which is pretty easy for this aircraft to stay on anybody. And he's down. I spot another guy. They're all down. There's just this, I'm not sure what he is. I don't think I can catch that guy. I think I'm going to try to catch up with this guy here. And I run out of ammunition. Ammunition. How nice it would be to have ammunition. I'm going to come back in on this guy, which I kind of let him get a little bit farther away than I meant to. But I'm not the only guy coming after this guy. Drawing a lot of attention. But unfortunately, he's about to take out one of our ships, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, see, he gets him. And see, I run out of ammunition, so I pull off for a second, then pull back on. With this aircraft, I can easily do this, and it allows me to kind of keep enough speed, but I lose enough speed and distance that I can come back on it without too much trouble. So I'm going to come back in from above. And there's another kill. So far, doing okay in this aircraft. I do like this aircraft. It's a good one. Not much firepower, but the maneuver... As I said, I can't talk. Well, I haven't said that yet, but I do often say that. The maneuverability on this aircraft is great. This plane can maneuver. I believe this is a Gladiator, which should be an easy pick, easy target for this thing. I'm going to pop a few rounds here or there, just a few bursts, because I think maybe I can get him there, maybe I can get him there. But now that I've got him here, I fire a few shots at him, I lose him, so I kind of fly off and then try to do that, but he goes down. So obviously I hit him enough. There's another target here. I'm going to try to get on him. I'm going to pump a few rounds on him. I'm going to lose him, so I'm going to pull off and come back on.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
There's multiple targets over here. This one's coming after one of my friends, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get him. So I don't want him to shoot down a friendly aircraft. And I'm out of ammunition, so now I'm just going to hold on to him. I don't think he fully realizes I'm back here because he doesn't really try to evade me. I'm going to do what I can to just kind of, as you can see, I'm just killing airspeed as much as I can to try to stay behind this guy. So now I've got my guns reloaded, but he goes into the ground. Apparently I put enough rounds into him that he eventually lost it. So now I'm going to gain altitude. Push over. I'm not quite sure why I chose to do that. I do like the Japanese aircraft. They're really nice. Just because they're maneuverable. The only thing is, if you take any rounds, you're going down. They can't take... There's like no armor on them at all, so... It's like, well, you got the great maneuverability, but you can't take a beating. It's like you take a burst and you're going down. Well, I spot this F2A, I think. I believe I go after him, but I'm not sure if that's who I actually go after. I know I'm trying to get back to A before anybody can capture it. So I pour on the speed and I head back. I believe one of these guys is about to make a landing on the runway, which is probably this guy. Just using altitude, I'm going to try to come in and get him. If I can hit him. I'm doing a very good job hitting air. I'm about to run out of ammunition, which is most unfortunate. I'm going too fast, so I'm going to do a little bit of a maneuver here. Back around behind him, but someone gets him. Oh no, I guess that was me. I put enough rounds into him and he crashed. So here is a buffalo, which should be easy prey for me. I know he's here somewhere. There he is. This guy's the guy that's trying to land on the runway. And everybody's after him. I do eventually kill him on the runway, but he took the field away from him. Here comes another guy trying to land. So I'm going to kill some airspeed, try to come back around and pump some rounds into him. Which I do pump some rounds, but then I run out of ammunition and there's nothing I can do. He captures A. Which is very, very bad. And I still have no ammunition, so there's nothing I can do about him. I try to come in behind him, but someone gets him. I had no ammunition yet anyway. Still reloading. I, at this point, think, okay, well, I better go capture A, but then I realize someone else is doing it, so no need. So I'm going to start heading roughly towards B, but I'm not going to get too close until I have more friendlies. I see there's one guy over there, so I'm going to try to get over to that one guy, but he's far away. And he's got bandits. Of course, there's ships over there, and I don't have an attack aircraft that could deal with those ships. Actually, at this particular point, I'm actually at the top, which was pretty cool, actually. That never happens to me.
The enemy is winning.
The enemy is winning. So I'm trying to rush over and get to this guy. Not pouring on the speed the way I should have. I'm only going 87%, but probably just because I didn't notice I was only doing 87%. And he disappears, which tells me, okay, he's dead. So I'm not going to push until I've got more friendlies with me, so I'm going to kind of swing back and over. I see that guy over there, but he just disappeared, so I think he's dead. Well, he says he's crashed in the bottom corner. I see that now. So now that we've got these, I'm going to try to jump in on some of these guys in the back, if I can. This guy's coming at me, so I'm going to do some evasive maneuvers. Try to evade him, and then I'm going to come in on this guy. Which should be easy target, and I do believe I get him. Yeah, see, he's down. That wasn't me who got him, but I did get a hit on him. Oh wait, yeah, enemy kill assist. So I got an assist for that. And this guy's on me. So I try to evade and come back around on him, but I am losing a lot of airspeed trying to turn like this. It's a big catch of turning, so I'm going to try to just get a shot at him anytime I can, but he crashes. Guess he was trying to, doesn't give anybody else credit for that, so I guess he was just trying to maneuver too much, and it's really dangerous at low altitude to maneuver too much. Gotta be careful, otherwise you can, I've done it a lot, run into the ground. Now here, I'm trying to go help this guy, and I do something incredibly stupid if I remember right. I think this is the part. Yeah, I believe so. See, he just shoots down this guy. And this is so very stupid in this aircraft. I'm going to go head-to-head with P-40. P-40 has six machine guns and a 12-point-something millimeter. Yeah, they'll shred this thing so fast. It's ridiculous. But I go head-to-head with him. I have almost no guns compared to this guy. I only have two 7.7mm, I think it is. Of course, he knocks out my engine, damages me. And I'm like, oh no. But I'm like, well, maybe I can damage this guy before I go down, but my pilot says, no, I think I'm going to abandon ship. And he does. Which is a shame. I might have even been able to land on the runway. But, oh well. The pilot wanted to get out. He was like, no, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I get up here and I notice that we've lost both runways. Now luckily they're recapturing that runway. And I believe I just, when I pulled it up, there was only two more enemy pilots playing at this point. So they're running out of aircraft. So I'm going to go and try to pull in behind these guys and then go into battle with them. And that's the thing. Whenever you're playing, even if you're playing by yourself, you don't really want to go out and fly by yourself. And yeah, see, there's two. You want to stick with friends, because by yourself, you're just a target. So I'm going to go ahead and try to catch up with these guys. That is the goal. But yeah, unfortunately, we're still kind of, that one guy up there just meeting up with them. Oh no, I guess there's two guys in there dogfighting. Well, never mind, that's not so bad. If it's 1 against 2, it's pretty bad. Although I think, unfortunately, yeah, I think if one of them went down and they just have the one guy left, and look at all those bullets spraying everywhere. There's that P-40. I'm going to actually go after this guy because I think he's an easier target. It's just more lined up for me, and he pops up and tries to get me. I duck under him. I'm going to try to come around behind him, but I think, yeah, he more or less comes in on him head-on, and unfortunately, I was not able to avoid him, and we crashed into each other. And I ditch. Always unfortunate. Mid-air collisions, or ramming as some people call them. That wasn't really ramming. Both of us, we just turned into each other and weren't able to avoid each other. Later on in the video, I do something really stupid. Not on purpose, but I should have known better. I run into somebody. So at first I start heading towards B, but I notice there's no bad guys over towards B, so I'm going to actually go in between the fields, and I'm going to start looking for black dots. Reason being is you can kind of see enemy players as black dots even if they're not showing up red, so I'm going to keep looking for them, especially for anybody coming over towards C. I mean A. Yeah, there's no C. I don't know why I said C. But I see there's one guy there, and I think the other one pops up, so I'm like, okay, they're going back towards there. I was kind of worried that they'd come back and try to take A because there's no one guarding it. Not that they'd know that, but if they look over and see that there's so many people over on there, but see, they're both there, so now I'm confident they're there. So I'm going to try to fly in. Time is running out. At this point there's, I think, like 9.5 minutes? 9 minutes 55 seconds. So, it's been a fairly long match. So I'm going to try to get this guy. He's coming straight at me. It's a bomber. I'm going to try to dip below him. The reason why I always end up going down is because experience tells me that most players try to pull up, and when you're going head-to-head, that's why a lot of people crash, and he's coming back at me, so I dip down again. But as I said, most players that I've observed try to pull up when they're coming into a head-on collision. The problem is if both players pull up, then obviously they're going to hit each other. So I try to pull down, that way the other player will go above me, I'll go under. It doesn't always work, but most of the time I notice that it's kind of hard in some of the biplanes in particular because they have more lifts, so actually diving is really poor, and there are a lot of aircraft where trying to dive just doesn't work very well. But this is a bad on my part, and I'll show you here in a second. Hold on, my screen just blacked out on me. Okay, here we go. So anyway, I'm trying to hold on to this guy, and he's really just bleeding airspeed, and you'd think with the biplane I'd be able to stay behind him. I'm waiting to reload, and here I'm holding on to him, and I start firing it, and it's just like, oh no. And I realized at the last second, it's like, yeah, that I couldn't pull out of it. I was like, yeah, I wrote, oops. So now I'm out of it. So now I'm watching this hurricane. I'm going to look at the stats here, I think. He's shooting at this bomber. Unfortunately, that was really, me running into the back of that thing was actually really bad, really bad. I should have known way better than to try to hold on to that guy that long. Part of it's just because I was in a biplane, so I was pretty confident that I would be able to stay behind him, but I couldn't. But yeah, that was a. The thing is, like, yes, I took out the enemy aircraft by going kamikaze, but unfortunately, it wasted a perfectly good aircraft, which I could have probably managed to use through the entire rest of the match. So I potentially could have got more kills, where I was probably going to take out that guy anyway. I mean, I don't have much firepower, which makes it really hard to take out bombers, because, as I said, it's just got two guns. Two low-caliber guns. But, could have been useful. So there's a Spitfire up here shooting at this other guy, and he's going to shoot that guy down, I think. Or I think they'd crash into each other. Hold on, let's see what goes on here. So Spitfire's behind him, and boom, mid-air collision. So there's another one of those, I'm pretty sure that was an oops, because if that was on purpose, that's a very, very, very big waste of a Spitfire. So Spitfire's a great aircraft. I do love flying the Spitfire. And at this point we win. So actually I did exceptionally well in this battle. Better than I think I've ever done before. I get 9 kills. I lost 4 aircraft, unfortunately. And then, but the rest of the team did pretty well, although this one guy, Foxy, got 12 kills. So that was really impressive. But he lost 5 aircraft, so I don't know how many aircraft he had. But, yeah, I did pretty good. Had a fairly good score and everything, and, yeah. Especially with the A5M4, which is, as I said, it's a really good low tier 1 aircraft. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, feel free to comment and all that stuff. And thank you for watching.